Hello guys, welcome to this video tutorial. This is Bakshu Sheikh from Merit Pros. These are the topics we are going to cover in depth in this video tutorial. We are going to start with Catlon Studio, Test Explorer and Project Structure. We are going to cover each area of the project structure, and then we are going to discuss about the purpose, and we are going to go in depth. Let's go forward. So please join our YouTube family, subscribe to the channel, then please like the video and comment on the video. This is going to really motivate me to do more amazing videos. This is Catlon Studio, and then we have the latest version 7.6.0. This is a latest version as of now. Then in the previous tutorials we had already covered Catlon Studio introduction and then Catlon Studio installation, download and installation. So please watch them. This is like continuous to those sessions. I have already opened Catlon Studio. So first thing, we need to create a sample project. I'm going to go to File, and then here we can see new sample project. So we can create different sample projects from here. I'm going to select sample web UI test project. This is based on shopping cart. So let me click on that. Then let me give the project name. So I can say my web UI test project 1. So this is the project, and you can see type web. Then it is storing in your local system. Then go with the default settings, click OK. Then it is going to create a sample project for you. So one more second team. It is creating the project structure and whatever required assets, everything. Okay, so project has been created. So in the Test Explorer we can see the project. So there are different folders, then there are different areas of the project. Then it is trying to connect to Catlon Desktops. So this is a continuous testing solution by Catlon. So we don't want to connect as of now. So click this close button. Then by default you are going to see the Test Explorer and then the Catlon helps. So now we have created our first sample project. Now we are going to start with Test Explorer and Project Structure. So here we can see this is the project structure. This is a sample web UI test project. So initially we have profiles, then we have like default. So a profile is like an execution environment. We have different profiles to represent different test and execution configuration. So this is a execution configuration or environment. So this is the default profile coming with the project, and here you can see this is the login URL, then this is the customer, this is the password, then this is like shop URL, then we have few settings. So this is an execution environment, a test configuration. Then we have test cases. So you can see, because this is a predefined sample project, we have some test cases as well. So here we have few custom keyword samples. So these are based on the custom keywords. Then we have some data driven samples. So these are really helpful. You can get started with them. So let me go with the first one, order and check out a single product. So here we can order and check out a single product. The test case is opened. So this is how we can see we have like manual mode, script mode, variables. We are going to see about those tabs very soon. So we can organize test cases in folders. Then we have object repository. This is really important. This is where we are going to have our test objects. So you can see there is a pages folder. Then for each page we have one folder, and in each folder we have respective objects coming from that page. So this is checkout page. Then we have like place order button. Then we have input address, input city, input country. All these objects are coming from this checkout page. Then we have like my account page, where we have like login button, then logout link, then my account link, like password text, username text. So we have like object repository to represent different test objects. We can categorize them page wise as well. We can organize in folders. Then we have test suites where we can have different test suites. We can categorize or group the test cases, then put them in test suites. Then we have test data files. You can see we have two test data files like multiple checkout, then product list. So here we can have like different test data sources. Let me right click on there, then I can say new test data. Then I can create different types like based on Excel file, CSV data, base data, internal data. So there are different types supported. Then we can organize them in folders as well. Then we have checkpoints. This is also a very good feature, but this is Catlon Studio Enterprise feature. So there are no checkpoints. Then if I say new checkpoint, then you can see this is a Catlon Studio Enterprise feature. So checkpoint is like a snapshot of test data taken at a specific time. A checkpoint is used to verify whether the current state of the data source is different from its previous taken state. So checkpoints are really helpful for database validation. So using a checkpoint, we can take current state of a data source, then we can compare with previous taken state. So we can use checkpoints in database validation test cases to compare current and previous states. Then we have keywords, so where we can create our custom keywords to represent our user actions or services offered by our application. So these are like few custom keywords like checkout or login or shop. So these are written in Groovy. Let me open login. So this is representing the login method. So you can see we can open browser and then we can send keys. Here we are entering username, password, then we are like clicking login button. So this is a custom keyword to represent a custom service or custom action on our application. So we can mention all the custom keywords here. Then we have test listeners. These are really important. So by using test listeners, we can specify setup and tear down actions for test suites and test cases. They are similar to before and after annotations in TestNG or JUnit. If you are familiar with TestNG or JUnit, so we can repeat these test listeners for each test case or test suite. So here, if I go to this test listener, there are no test listeners. So we can create one. So we can say new, then test listener. Then you can see generate sample before test case method or after test case method, before test suite or after test suite. So we can create for test case or test suite, and they are similar to TestNG or JUnit before or after annotations. And then we have reports. So there are no reports because I have not executed this project as of now. Once a test suite or test suite collection finishes its execution, a historical report will be automatically generated and stored here. So using here, we can see historical reports for test suites. So it's not going to come up for a test case. This is mainly for test suites. Then we can see the execution history. Then we have includes and plugins. So these two we can cover later. For now, they are not required. So this is the Catlon Studio test project structure. So this is really a good project structure, and we can see all the important and key components here. Now let's look at test case structure. I can say like reset prospective. Then I can close all these. Then let me open a test case. So let me open this order and check out a single product. Then let's go through the test case structure. So this is the test case, and then we are in manual mode. So in the manual mode, we can see like what action we are performing, then on what object, then input. So this is like equivalent to a test step. So here we can select different keywords. So from here I can select whatever keyword I want, like close browser, or I can say delete all cookies. So these all are keywords provided by Catalan Studio. We can also get our custom keywords here. So click is like keyword provided by Catalan Studio. Then this is a custom keyword. So here this is like manual mode, where we can just select a keyword like perform this action on this object, then these are the inputs, like that. Then we have script mode. So here this is like similar to whatever we write in the manual mode, it is going to come up in the script. So whatever coming up in script mode or manual mode, the steps, the actions, they are same, but this is like based on UI. We can select and then we can enter. There is no scripting, but here we are using scripting. So for example, here in manual mode, if I say instead of close browser, I'm going to say like close window URL. So this is the one. Then I can enter the details. If I go to script mode, you can see. So here this is changed. So whatever the last command, that is changed based on whatever we entered in manual mode. So script mode or manual mode, they both represent the same test case, and whatever you do in manual mode, based on that script mode will be changed, or whatever you do in script mode based on that manual mode will be changed. So here if I say web UI dot click, or I can say clear text, then there is a new script mode statement or command. If I go to manual mode, you can see clear text, so that new command is coming up. Then we have variables, where we can see all the variables coming from the test case. So whatever the variables we have in the manual mode, like you can see here the input like first name, last name, company name, whatever the variables we can see here. And then we have variables script mode. So this is same, whatever variables we have here in this UI, they are coming in this in script mode. So this is XML representation. Then we have integration. So this is like if you have any integration with test management tools like Jira or Test Trail, then integration details related to that test case will be displayed here. Like here we have test ops, and then we can integrate with different test management tools. If there is an integration, then that integration related details for this test case will be displayed here. Then we have properties. So these are the properties coming from Catalan Studio. So this is like the test case ID based on this structure. Then we have created time, then name, modifier. We can see, we can add tags, we can see all the information here. So that's all about test case structure. From my side, I'm really amazed about this project structure. This is really awesome. How are you feeling about this Catalan Studio project structure or test case structure, or any questions? Please mention in comment section. Also like the video. Your appreciation is really key for me. It is going to inspire me.